Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We're here with CDR Tier 3 penultimate round here in the Netherlands. It's a battle in the constructors, it's a battle in the drivers. So we've got Haas and Alpine at the top, and we've got Clay, Wab, and Wookie possibly. Maybe he's out of it now, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at the updated standings, but there is a battle going on at the top. So here we are. What will the weather be like? I think Tier 1 had some rain, Tier 2 had some rain in quali. Let's see what the Netherlands can bring us today. Lots of DRS chains can happen here, so you can get stuck in one of those. It looks dry but cloudy. Let's see what the weather forecast is like. There's no sun there, no blue skies. Let's see what we can bring you here this evening. Live stream is up, people are tuning in. Evening Curly, evening Clay, evening Nova. Is that Anarchy? I think that's Anarchy. Full grid tonight, no reserves in. Anarchy did sign up for a reserve, he's tuned in watching. So I think that's the first time. Nova's Chaos. There you go, sorry bud. Anarchy said hello as well. Everyone's saying hello, that's good. There we go, so here we are. Get your track data on there. Let's see what the weather forecast is. And see who comes out the pits first. Everyone's just getting their setups ready. It does say all drive, even if they missed the pint size. Here as always on a Sunday evening. Good to have you here, bud. So all dry. So just overcast maybe then. Evening Popeye. And we've got movement in the Kick Sauber garage. So we've got Chaos on the way out. Let's sort of see what sort of lap times we're going to have here. Everyone's currently got the soft tyres selected. And we've got a McLaren and an Alpine on the way out. Doesn't look too bad the weather now when I was on track. The clouds are there. Tyre deck here was quite hard on Friday, and most of the group did a 2-stop. There was a couple of guys doing a 1-stop. I think they were suffering towards the end though. 10, 11 laps on the mediums, 15, 16 laps on the hards. Doesn't quite make up the full stretch of the Grand Prix, so we'll see Strat come into this, whether people put softs in, keep a set of softs in quali, put them on, run a harder setup, so medium and 2 hards, or a balanced setup with a medium, 2 mediums and a hard. And Chaos is coming back in. He must have, he's got his quali band. Evening also. Man Berkey is on there. Kane is on the track. And Clay is just coming across the line to start his lap. Clay looking for a good qualifying here, as I said before. Yeah, no, it's on a quali ban. As I said before, the DRS trains here can be a bit of a nightmare. Although there was a little bit of overtaking on Friday. It's not impossible. Clay just shuts a little bit of the curve there, making full use of all the track available. Around DRS are looping. Middle sector 48.9. comes around the final corner. It's exactly where I lost it on Friday. It's a 110.2. As a McLaren, a wee man Berkey, it goes a 110.1. So already we've got a fight at the top. And then Anderson goes with a 110.2 as well. That's close. That's very close. Not even a tenth between the top three at the moment. There we've got coming round here. You've got Kane coming round now the final corner. He's going to set a time. He goes in with a 111.1. A little bit disappointing there from Kane. It has been quite fast recently. So we've got... Who else is on a lap? Marshall is there. He's just come out the pit, so he's on his out lap. Chaos just retired. It was Curly. Curly's got the pit as well, and the two fastest are out together. A bit of temperature now in the track, so we've seen a few more drivers coming out and making use of it. So here comes Berkey. Oh, is he going again? Wee-man Berkey's going again. Not sure why he didn't box. He's not coming. There he is. Marshall coming across the line to start his lap. And into the pits comes someone. And into the pits comes Kane. And here's the two Astons coming around the corner. That'll be Alan starting his lap. And here comes the Hatters across the line to start their lap. Chip has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. .48.9 for Marshall, the second. Cool. Kickstarter coming round. Riker, is it? It certainly is. He's going to start his lap. As Marshall comes to the line, where's Marshall going to put himself? He puts himself P4 just above his teammate with a 110.3. Going around the final corner. That is Ruben. He's just starting a lap. We've got the Aston. The Aston of Allen, 110.6. And the other Aston of Curly, a 111.6. And the Hassels of Wab, 110.3. And Rookie with a 110.1. Puts himself in front of Clay. Wee man Berkey can't be touched at the moment. So we've got Riker going through. We've got two McLarens. The wee man Berkey, I'm sure, is coming in. He is. Wee Rabbit coming across the line. Wee Rabbit goes 110.7, puts himself in P8. And the other kicks over is Riker, and he's P3 with 172. Just 100 between him and Clay. We've got Mercedes of Marshall just coming in the pits. There's still quite a few drivers in the pits and not decided to go out yet. Ruben coming across the line. Ruben goes P11. Chaos is there. Also is just coming around the final corner. It's going to be a 111. It's going to be a 111.2. Aston, is that Curly going again? And McLaren, a wee Rabbit. He's going to box because he's down on his time. I've got Gameful, James Brown and Hindsight on the route lap. Kick Sauber, Riker goes across the line to start another lap. Got Ferrari coming over the line of James Brown to start his flying lap. Clay just saying he doesn't like how close this is already. It is very close at the top. So we've got half a second in the top 9. 2/10 in the top 7. Very close. He's just going across the line. Hindsight's on a lap. McLaren coming round again in the pits. Gameful. He's just go through sector 1. James Brown's just going around the corner. Kick Sauber of Riker. He's going again. Still P3. Didn't improve there. James Brown coming down to line. This is quick. This is quick. There to 1:10.2. Splits Riker and Wookie goes to 3rd place. We've got Hindsight coming around the final corner. He's going to be quick. Hindsight goes top, 1:99. Evening, Mr. Teabag. Nice of you to join us. How are we, bud? Gameful comes around the corner. That's a long lap from him. He must be going again. Gameful 1:18.1. So he's had some sort of incident there. Gould is in the garage. Housie is on a lap. We'll stick on board with Housie yet to set a time. 7 minutes left of the session. He's still on his out lap, so we won't stick with him for too long. We'll come back to him in a bit. Rubin's down on his time. James Brown. Bored of not racing. James Brown is into the pits, so wee man Berkey, let's just keep an eye on him, see if he is improving. Really think he needs to waste the tyres, to be honest. I don't think anyone's going to be up there sending him out at the moment, but he's definitely not improving. Let's go back down to Gameful. He's 6 seconds up on his time and he goes P10 with a 10.5. So everyone from P2 to P12 in the 110s. McLaren across the line. Weeman Berkey again. Kane's on track. Kane looking to improve. He's near the top zone. We'll be losing Chip, Chaos, and another 3 drivers. So at the moment it's Housie, Gould, and Curley. But that could all change as Clay has retired possession. Thinks he's done enough with the 110.2. Not a lot of track evolution here we found on Friday, so a couple of tenths improvements here and there, but nothing major. Crossing the line, goes the Hindsight, Weeman Berkey, Wookie at the top. Also, it's in the pits, so he'll need to go again. Kane, he's not improving. He's had a bit of an off, 19 seconds down on his time. Gould is on a lap. Housie, that's an EP16 there from Housie. So he's crossed the line with a 1:11.2. He needs to improve again if he can go on a lap. He's got plenty of time. We've got a Haas on track of Wab. So he feels he needs to go out again, currently in P8. Gould is behind him, so let's jump on with a Wab as he comes around the final corner. This is quick. This will put him up there. It is. Wab is up there. Looking to improve it. He's in the drop zone now. We've still got Osso in the pits, Curly in the pits. Kane's improved by half a second. That'll take him to the 1:10.6. That's only going to push him up to 12th or so. We've got Howes. He's just gone quicker on that lap up to P12 with a 1:10.5. As Kane comes around the final corner, it's going to be a 1:10.5, 1:10.6. It's going to be a 1:10.5. We've got there's a Haas coming round next, so we've seen him. Who's that behind him? There we go. Gould is on a lap. He's just no, he's not improving. McLaren's are coming out again, so Berkey is on an out lap. Wee Rabbi's on an out lap, so Wee Rabbi's dropped into the top zone now. So currently losing Ruben, Osso, Curly. Osso needs to get his finger out and get out that pit lane. Outlap. Everyone else up there is retired. Alan's on an outlap. Rabbi's on an outlap. Also, Ruben's still in the pits. They're waiting a bit longer. Rabbi across the line. He goes for the flyer. Needs to improve here. He's on the cusp of being dropped out. Alan's on the cusp of being there as well. Howes he could end up there if Osso and Curly are quicker. As Ruben comes out the pits and Osso is out the pits. Curly just comes through sector 3 now. Kane's in the pits. Can't see the time remaining. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Slow moving car. 2 Aston's going through. 1:10.6 there for Alan, didn't improve. And Gainful's just moved up, I think there, has he? Up a place. Yep, he has. Gainful up to P9. Wee Rabbi 4/10 up. Wee Rabbi puts himself up there, P5. We've got Osso coming round to start his flying lap. Ruben's come round to start his flying lap. Lots of yellow flags here this evening. There goes Osso. And there goes Ruben. Howsey's coming round, he's not improving. Howsey's P14th, he's pitting. That could be it for Howsey if these guys improve. Pressure's on now for Ruben, Osso, Curly. As Curly is 3/10 up, it's not going to be enough. His teammate crosses the line first, Curly crosses the line second, that's P17. So Curly is out unless he hasn't got the OS, he can't go again. Also, it's marginally up. Sector 1, crossing split, sector 2 split now. Where's he going to be? 3.5 up. It's not going to be enough. He needs 8/10. 8/10 to jump in front of Howsey to push Howsey down. Comes around the final corner. DRS is open. His ERS is rinsing, 8%. Also crosses the line, puts himself P16 behind his teammate. That's it, he's out. Woburn, he crosses the line and he stays 17th. Just Curly now to improve. Curly can improve. Kane and Hausios. Curly can't improve. Kane and Hausios safe. All the pressure is on Curly. As he comes round the final corner, he's not improving. DRS is closed. He's pitting. He's not going to make it. So everyone is safe. Anyone? Oh, we've got a Mercedes on track. There's Marshall. Also going for a driver of the day. Ah dear. Here we go. So there is our Q1 results. So wow, at the top, setting the pace. Less than a tenth behind him is Gould and Berkey, and then Marshall. Just confirmation there. We are losing also Bosso, Ruben, Curly, Chaos, and Chip, who was disqualified. I need to try again, same again, overcast, a few clouds about, no rain, no moisture, just an ambient temperature. There we go, so everything back on. Who is out first? It's an Alpine. In fact, Lee back out first. Then a Ripple. How's he's on track, and Weeman Berkey's on track. To the Alpine of Hindsight, who was very quick in the last session. It's going to be a battle for the pole. I'll give him that. Side starting his flying lap. Where is James Brown. Final corner. He's great to set his first time here in Q2 to 10.3. A little bit slower than last time. I assume it's used tyres. Weeman Berkey goes up there with a 109.9. Housie with a 110.9. The Mercedes now coming around the final corner. It is Kane. Slow from Kane, 10.5. Not as slow as I thought. Just in front of Housie. As Hindsight flies up there with a 199 again. Same time as he did in Q1, I think. Anderson's on his outlap. Wee Rabbit. He's on his way round. Marshall crossing the line. Where did Marshall go? P4 for Marshall with 10.2. As Wee Rabbit comes round the final corner. 10.4 for Wee Rabbit. He puts himself P6. Got Aston here of Allen on his outlap. And we've got a McLaren in the pits. A Ferrari of James Brown. What's he going to put himself? He goes across, puts himself P6, 10.45. Got the Alpine going in the pits at Hindsight. That was played. Anderson, he is on a lap. Wab is on his way in. You said Anderson coming around the final corner. Very close to that wall then. Anderson puts himself P9, 10.8. Mercedes in the pits. Rabi's on his in lap. Allen, he's coming around the final corner to set his first time of the session. And that is a 10.6, puts in P9. So on the cusp of this session, Gameful is on track. This is quick from Gameful, 110.5. It's a 110.4 from Gameful. Anderson pits. Is down on his time, but improving. He's on his outlap. So current standings, 48.6 there from Rookie Sector 1, that's quick. Current standings, Hindsight on provisional P1 for Q2, Lehman, Berkey, Wab, Marshall, Clay, James Brown, Gameful, Wee Rabbit and Kane. Comes Rookie across the line, puts himself on the top with a 109.8. Is that a U set? Is it a fresh set? And Gould just washes that down with a 109.4. So I think these are the new softs coming out now. And it's Kane on a lap. Kane's up to 10th and a half. That's going over the line. Nope, that's Wookie coming in. Comes Kane round the corner. Kane gonna put himself, puts himself P4, the 1098. And Berkey just coming round. He's split the two cars at the front. He's gone with a 1097. Outlap for James Brown and Gainful. James Brown's just coming through sector 2. Gainful just coming up to sector 2. Everyone else in the pits. James Brown is now on a lap, looking to get himself from P10. Currently safe, but with faster drivers behind him. Gainful on an outlap. Housy's on an outlap. That's James Brown with a faster sector 2 of the session. Here comes a Haas of Wab on a flyer as James Brown crosses the line, puts himself P3, 109783, as opposed to Berkey Man's 733. Gainful's purple sector 2. Gainful coming to cross the line. Where was he going to be? Gainful moves himself up to P9. As we've got Housey coming around the final corner. 7.5 tenths up. Going to be quick. Housey puts himself P9, pushes Gainful down to P10. Marshall is in the drop zone. Marshall, Clay, Wabby, Allen. Pressure is on. Need to get themselves out of where they are. And here comes Clay. Wab gone quicker. 109 flat. 109 flat. Wow. Oh, wow. Ferrari coming across the line now. James Brown, he's pitting. This is Q2, boys. How's he on his way in? Gainful looking to. What's Gainful doing? So 2 minutes 22 left. Alan's still in the pits. Marshall's still in the pit. Oh no, Marshall's coming out. Marshall is coming out. So Hindsight has just started a lap. He's in the pit, so he's done. Hindsight is quick. So he started his lap. Clearly can't really understand what that's meant to say. Now, I want to what Wabi has been drinking. Oh, you want to have what he's been drinking. So Clay 3.5 tenths up in sector 1. So he still needs a second to get up there. I want to. Wookie's retired, James Brown's retired. They think they've done enough. 109.8, 109.7. Half a second up in sector 2 for Calais. That's a 109.8. Needs more. Comes round up to the line. That is enough. That's a 109.7. That's enough from him for now. Marshall is on a lap. Rabi is on a lap, 3.5 tenths up. Has he done enough? 110 flat, is it? It's a 110.2. He's not done enough. Marshall is on a lap. Alan is on a lap. Housy's on his out lap. He got out the pits pretty quick. He won't get to the line though. 14 seconds get to the line. That ain't gonna happen. So he will be done. Hopefully. No. He's done. He's crossed the line. So Housey is out. As Marshall comes round the final corner, it needs to be massive. And he jumps up and pushes Riker out up to P8. We've got Anderson pitting. We've got Hindsight coming across the line. He's down. He's improved up to P5. Rabi. He's not improving either. So that might be it. Gainesville's in the pits. So Kane scrapes through by the skin of his teeth. About half a tenth. As Rabi comes into the pits. Walkie scrapes through by even smaller margins to Kane with a 109.8 as well. Marshall through in a 109.8. James Brown 109.7. Everyone up there is 109.7. And then there's some weird creature with a 109 flat at the top from WAP. Where that came from, I have no idea. There we go, so confirmation there, half a second in front, Mr. Webstappen, followed by Gould, Clay, Weeman, Berkey, Hindsight, Anderson, and as I said, we are losing Riker, Gainful, Housey, Rabi and Allen. So 8 tenths split in the top 10. So Q3. Can Wabstappen do it again? Can Clay take the pole? Can Gould take the pole? Can Wingman Berkey do what he did in Q1 and take the pole? Can Hindsight do what he did? Plenty of options here. Let's see who can do what and get it on pole. Genuinely don't have a clue who this can be. And Clay is out first. Hindsight is not far behind him. Really don't know who to sit on board with. Clay's split time on sector 2 is 48.4. 48.2 for Wingman Berkey. The pressure's on. First run of 2. As Clay comes up to the line, pops himself across the line, and 110's flat. Wingman Berkey to 109.5. Who's next across the line? It's a Mercedes, and it will be Marshall. No, it won't. It'll be Kane because Marshall's on his outlap. And Kane comes across the line, puts himself P3 at 111.5. That's a bit slow there. Captain Hindsight puts himself in front of his teammate with a 109.7. And the Haas of Wab is on his outlap. There's Marshall. It's the Ferrari of James Brown. He puts himself up there with a 109.5. We've got Anderson coming round. 48.4 mil sector. Puts himself across the line with a 109.8. Wab is on a lap. Wookie's on his outlap. Gould is in the pits. Marshall is coming through sector 3. Wab is on there. Wookie's crossing the line as a McLaren, a Wingman Berkey. Going again. It's going again. So Wab coming through. That's a slow middle sector from him. Where's Wookie? Coming around there. Gould is still in the pits. Even in Mr. Housey. Hope you're well, bud. There's Wab coming round into the pits. Must have made a mistake, didn't validate. But have to go again. Ferrari coming round. That's James Brown. He'll be going straight back into the pits. Gould still in the pits. Rookie is making his way to the final corner. Missed his split at sector 2. This is quick. It's a P3 with a 109.7 for Rookie. They're just two drivers of Wab and Gould. Not set a time yet. And out of who was that? Is it Gould? It was Gould. Haynes on his outlap again. His second run from a 111.5. It was a slow run from him. Into the pits comes Rookie. We'll stick with Kane as he makes his way round on his outlap. We've got Gould just in front of him, so Gould and Kane are on that lap. Wab is coming out again, 5 minutes to go. I think he'll only get one running now. Needs to make it good. Gould crosses the line to start his lap. Gould and Kane is pitted. 24.4 for Gould on his first sector. As Wab comes across the line to start his lap. We'll stick back on Gould while he does that. Gould's running low on ERS, to be fair, 22%. It's 48.5, so it is good for the middle sector, but he's going to run out of ERS as he comes around the final corner. And 109 something maybe. Yeah, 109.785. So P5 for Gould at the moment. Wab makes his way up through sector 2. Kane is now on his outlap again. Wab is a 48 flat for sector 1. Good time there from sector 1. Sector 2 even. As he comes round the final corner. And he goes to the 109.2. So just 2/10 off his previous time in Q2. Pressure was on, had to do something, but he's up there. And he might not get another run, that is it. He's giving it everything. And he'll have to sit back and wait and see what the other lads do. He's on his outlap. Gould is in the pits. Anderson's on an outlap. It's Anderson and Kane now. So here's Kane coming around the final corner to start his flying lap. We'll stick on board with him and see if he's improving. Does need to improve from a 111. Needs to get himself at least into the 110 to show some sort of pace. couple of corners. He's going for the line. And it's P8, 109.8, so brilliant improvement there from Kane. From a 111 something to a 19 something. Clay on his out lap now. Clay needs 8/10 improvement to get up there with a WAB. 5/10 to get on the front row. So at sector 2 we have, oh, Clay's not improving. Wookie's gone up there with a 109.4 as he crosses the line and puts himself on the front row. James Brown stays where he is with a P4 with a 109.5 for now. Weeman Berkey's pitted. We've got Clay coming across the line now. And he does improve, but it's only P5 from him there. With a 109.6, so he improved by 4/10. Captain Hindsight coming around now. Can Captain Hindsight break it and split the Hasses? He can. Captain Hindsight split the Hasses with a 104.5. Just 2 100s between him and Wookie. And we've now got Gould and Anderson. Anderson next one across the line. He's going to be in the 109.8. Gould is coming round. He didn't improve. Anderson, can Gould improve? Can he get himself near the front row? He can't. He's put himself in front of Clay. Dropped Clay down to P7. And then we've got Marshall, who's not improving. 19 seconds off his time. He's had an off somewhere. Wookie is in the pit. So there we have your grid. Wab Stafford on the front row, Hindsight just behind him, Wookie, Weekman Berkey, James Brown, Gould, Clay, Anderson, Kane and Marshall. So there we have it, your top 10. Should be making for an interesting race. I'll be back in 2 secs. I'll go and grab myself a drink. back. So we have someone on the softs. And we've got Kaylee DSQ'd. Let's just get this. There. So we have Chip on the hards, Chaos on the. There we go. Chaos on the hards, Kaylee on the mediums, DSQ'd. Must have touched someone. Ruben on the softs, Osso on the hards, Alan on the mediums, along with Wabby. Housey on the hard, starting in P13. Gainful and Riker. Mediums, Marshall and Kane both on the Mercedes, both on the hards. Anderson in the Williams on the hards. Clay and Gould starting on the mediums, along with James Brown as well. Weeman Berkey starting in 4th on the hards. Ricky, Hindsight and Wab all starting on the mediums on the front. Should be an interesting start to the race. Wab sitting there on pole. Everyone lines up. Not a great camera view. There we go. That's better. I like the start. So here we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. We weren't held for long there at all. Hindsight gets a great start off the front row. And into turn 1, he's in the lead. Pushes Wab wide. Wookie goes down the inside. Wab regains the lead. Wookie alongside him. Wookie's alongside. Hindsight backs out. Lets Hindsight take it away. So everyone so far is where they pretty much started from. Possibly box wins this. Everyone is pretty much well behaved through all turn 1, 2 and 3. Hindsight is sticking within DRS for now. And we've lost. No, we haven't. People swapping places, a little bit of a look up there. Gainful and Marshall. Behaving themselves around there, so we've lost. Wab's gone. Wab's on the grass. I do know we had some issues with his wheel. I hope his wheel hasn't disconnected again. That'll be awful. He's back there now. He is still going. He's lost an end plate. That's bad start there from him. Hindsight is now the leader of the race. Wookie's right behind him. Oh, we've got a spinner. Weeman Berkey's gone. He's going backwards to the top 3 have changed again. James Brown's up onto the front row. Clay's up to P4. So hard, medium, medium. So Clay's gone for the harder choice. There's the Williams of Anderson going slow there as well. So this will play into their hands because they're on the hards going longer. Alan's pitted. Is he having? Not sure whether he had a wing or not. So we've got a full course yellow at a VSC. No safety car on track. The track doesn't have a safety car. So it is a VSC. Just one yellow flag waving. What we got here? Captain Flag drive-through penalty. Oh, that's gotta be a glitch. Top 3 with drive-through penalties. That puts Clay in net P1. This cannot be happening. Really? Really? Gotta be a glitch. Gotta be a glitch. There's no way. Wab's pit and quit. He must have had a wheel issue. That is unfortunate for him. And if you don't save your drive-through, then Michael, this cannot be right. As Wookie comes in to serve his. Hindsight fastest lap so far. James Brown comes in to do his. This is not right. Championships cannot be won on glitches. I'm not sure what's going on. We are green again. We are racing again. We've got Ferrari. Chip is in the pits doing his stop. Alan's just past him. We've got Kane. Who's off track? Two McLarens together. Hindsight not yet served this penalty. I'm assuming Hindsight will come in on this lap. No, he's got to save it next lap or he's disqualified. Gould, fastest lap. Everyone setting fastest lap. Marshall, fastest lap so far. Down in P7. And we've got James Brown. What penalties he got? He's got 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, I assume, as well. Coming round, Alan off the back of the grid. Gainful up into P5. Closest battle. He certainly has T-Bike in it. He's just throwing away that race win. I ain't gonna say anything about the P word. And here comes Hindsight into the pits. That is a race ruin. He will box and drive straight through and come out. That will put him down the back of the grid. He's going to come out. He's behind Wookie. Can he jump Wookie? Behind Wookie. 410's behind Wookie. So what started 1 and 2 is now currently 14th and 15th. Moving there on the soft tyres. They'll start to go off soon. They will only last 6-7 laps at the most. Gould is pushing on behind Clay. Anderson has got Clay on those hards. Position change there, so yeah, Anderson's up 7 places, Gainful up 8 places. And we go down, and Clay makes a move straight past Anderson, and into turn 1, and he's got the move done. Back end of Clay is sliding all over the place. Those mediums will last as long as those hards. stay with him. Gould staying with him. So Gould and Anderson staying with him. And we'll see him move as we come round to the straight. And Anderson will take the position back. Down the grid, you've got Wookie making him gains on Kane in front of him. Kane's dropped down to 12th. Also Bosso there in 11th. As Anderson makes a move, we could get to the leader from Wookie. Well, I can't say no, it's gone. It's 13 seconds. So it's not too bad. That can be pulled back with the tyres and the stops. Top three are slightly pulling away now from Gainful. Just 8/10 to east of DRS though. Still sitting there. Also Bosso passing Woburn. Wookie's dropped down into the pit. Why is Wookie pitted? He's put the hards on. He's going a longer run. Must have had damage. Well, the mediums have gone and he's back onto hards. We've got a yellow flag. Kane's been off. Got grass all over his tyres. Kane's on the hard tyres, so they should be lasting. So now gap to leader from where is Heinz, and now gap to the 14.7 for him. Lee Rabi's coming in the pits, Wobur's coming in the pits. Woburn picks up a 10-second time penalty. Clay is back in the lead again. Gould has dropped down. Game pause past Gould. Oh, we've got a sideways. Weeman Berkey's gone again. Weeman Berkey will be dropping down. Anderson's had a spin, as also picks up a 10-second penalty for entering the pit lane. It had to happen sooner or later. So Marshall up to P5, Rikers up to P3. Those hard runners will be starting to come through now. So Marshall, Housie, Berkey, Anderson, Chaos. Let's go, Watson. He's in the pit lane. Wookie still 37 seconds behind. Painful now. Oh, he's just got DRS. Clay's boxing, and Gameful staying out. Gameful's got another lap. Micah's staying out. Clay's had enough after 10 laps. Micah and Gould are staying out. Gameful's a new lap leader. And Clay's come on. Kane's speeding in the pit lane. Kane is in as well. Kane and Clay both in the pits. Rabbi setting the fastest lap of the race. Players come out in fresh air. Wookie fastest lap of the race, 1:12.6. Kane's coming out pits. So the gaps are spread out now. The intervals we've got. Riker is out of DRS from Gainful, who's leading. Gould is still in DRS. Marshall's still in DRS. Big gap there to Anderson, 6 seconds behind Weeman Burke. He's had a spin. Clay back down in traffic now as Gould pits. So those 11 lap old mediums are enough for him. Pits comes James Brown as well. Some of these medium runners, hindsight there, back up into P7 at the moment. And he's got Chaos right behind him and his teammates behind him there as well. Long race this, still 24 laps to go. Interesting to see if the medium runners Riker play. Riker and Gainful, sorry. No, now Riker is in. Also is Marshall. Marshall's coming on 12 lap old hards. I wasn't expecting that. And he's gone to the mediums. So that's definitely a 2-stop. Clay is approaching his teammate now. So I'm assuming hindsight on 12 lap old mediums will just move over and let Clay past. Be on the better compound tyres, younger tyres, different compound, different strategy. Past goes Clay up into P5. So Halsey at the front there on those harder tyres and making a move on Gainful down into turn 1. Gainful, I don't know what that was. Gainful went everywhere. We've got Gould passing Chaos. Chaos is in the pits. Stopping from his 13 lap old hards. As Chaos stops down, we've also got Chip in the pits from those 9 lap old mediums. So lots of different strategies going on here. Gainful, I'm assuming he's making those tyres last as long as he can to jump onto the hards and go to the end and make it a 1-stop. He's staying out again, and in comes Halsey. And Weeman Berkey. Weeman Anderson is going to win. That moves way back up to P2 and net P1 when Gainful pits. we'll let this all sort itself out and we can see where we go. Everyone boxing. What have we got? So only out of place person at the moment is Hindsight, 14 apple mediums. So he'll be taking them as long as he can to do the one stop and jump onto the hards. So it'll be 20 laps on the hards, which is doable if he's done 15 on the medium. Also gets a point for finishing the race, if he finishes the race. He's got to finish yet. He's gaining on Ruben. 2 seconds up the road. Oh, first we've got a Mercedes. Is that Marshall staying out of the way to go in the pits? Hindsight's pitted. And Marshall's pitted again. Marshall wants to do that full mediums. He likes the hards. Is he going back to the hards? He is going back to the hards. And he's having a wing as well. He must have caught the wall on his way out. Hindsight's pitted. He's on the hards. So I think, apart from Gainful, who's still out on those mediums, doing really well on their mediums to be fair. Riemann Becky fastest lap of the race. Apart from him, everyone has pitted. Just got stops. Yep, everyone has pitted. Some people twice. He's close to Housie, also getting past Kane. Close to one. Hindsight getting past Kane. Chip Hazard on the back of Marshall. And Gainful's finally pitted. He's on to the hards. Out. Ricky's gone past him, Ruben's gone past him. He's going to the end. So back up to Clay Gould Riker. Gould is liking the back of that Alpine. Clay come round the corner. Gould activated DRS and flies past Clay. I get a feeling that'll happen again on the next lap. It's actually the closest battle on track at the moment. There's quite a few other gaps to the leaders. So the top 10 have got a gap to the back ones and a pit stop in hand. Clay just needs to stick to the back Gould here if he can. 7/10 gap already, he's got DRS there. Hasn't got enough in him to do what Gould did to him. Closes the gap, but it's still half a second behind. Housie is now within. Housie, Wima and Berkey very close to the back of Riker. As Wima and Berkey locks up. Kane picks up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Does that mean the gap to the leader? If so, there you go. Oh, Kane is DNF. Kane has DNF'd in the pit lane. Oh, we might be getting slightly out of touch there. Here we go. Can he get him? Clay taking back the lead from Gould. How he looks for the way round the outside, but Berkey says no. And Anderson and Wookie swapping places. Round the outside. Wookie's going to lose an end plate if he's not careful. Up the inside, says thank you very much. Anderson can't quite pull it back. Anderson going down the outside. Down the outside. Anderson uses block to defend. Wookie goes down the outside. Not giving up. Housie's made it past Riker. Hindsight is chasing down Wooben. So stay on with Wooben or Anderson. Oh, Anderson's coming around the final corner. Making a move on Wookie. And Abby's hitting. close to the back Anderson again. Don't think he's going to get past there. Clay has picked it again. Those 13 lap old cards have gone. And Weeman Berkey's in as well. In comes Wookie. So this should be interesting to see where they all turn out. Everyone. Oh, bit of contact there between Anderson and Clay. Well, behind Anderson after that pit stop. Gould, how's he could potentially go to the end, I don't know. Depends on his tyre wear. Gould has pitted as well. Gould. He's stuck behind Anderson. The lap held him up. Oh, around the outside. Now Gould come out. Gould come out in front of him. Getting held up by Anderson as Boss played that position. He did the second back on him now. He just needs to try and pull himself back within the rest. He's losing time, 1.3, 1.4. The car tyres going to struggle to get some warmth in them. He's on the same tyres, so it's still working better than 1.6 seconds now. So net P1 is good, Clay P2, Gage will P3. How's he currently leading the race? 11 lap old hards. They could potentially go to the end. Berkey passes Ruben. Ruben pits. Gould to Riker is 10 seconds. Clay to Gould is nearly 2 seconds. Gould is closing in second and a half a lap on Riker. 8.4 behind him now. Berkey 4.5 seconds off the back of hindsight. We've got James Brown in the pits. Wookie 7 seconds off the back of Wabby. So the only other one to possibly pit would be hindsight. Riker So Bosso picks up a penalty. That's strange, it's not showing the penalties. Penalties have disappeared. Oh, that's why he's pitting quick. Was he pitting quick or has he gone? No, he's crashed. Also, he's crashed. No safety car though, it's just a caution in sector 1. He's just gone off. Just around there where Weeman Berkey's just gone round. Berkey doesn't have any battery left at all. Gould to Riker now down to 5 seconds. So those tyres are much better. Clay's gap to 3 seconds. He's gap to Wabi he's come down. He's in nearly 6 seconds. So he's lost a second. So gained a second. Apologies. Hindsight is looking a bit back at Gainful. And we've got Housie in the pits. P2. And there goes Hindsight. Oh no, he's still there. Gainful's still there. Housie comes out in P7. Medium tyres, 7 laps to go. Alan is into the pits. He's gaining on the back of Anderson. And Gould to Riker is down to 1.7 seconds. So I'm guessing Riker on 17 lap old hard is gonna go to the end. Boxing for them 17 the whole hard, get rid of those. And into the pit, no, not coming into the pit. Gould just can't make it past Riker. He's got no drive out the corners, but he's all over the back of him. Just in the distance there was Clay. Clay's drawing in now because Gould is being held up. Gould looking to make the switch back. DRS here. Really close, better drive out of there. Should get the job done here. No, maybe not. Save it till next time. He's got his full battery to help him. If you can stay with us as we go down the straight. No, it can't. Here we go. Like us much closer. SA Gold's much closer this time. The boys DRS moves out. Still finds it difficult to get past him. Gives it everything. And he does. He just got better drive out the corner. Play has now been brought back into it. He's just 1.3 off the back of Riker. So Chip and Curly have put softs on for him. Trying to make it round the corner. So he gets past Riker. Anderson makes it, Marshall makes it past Anderson. Riker's now got Gainful company. Oh no, that's not Gainful. That's an Aston Martin. That's Curly who seems to have disconnected. Oh, we've got a full course yellow. We've got what's going on? We've kind of got a disconnected Curly. There's chaos into the pits. No, it's not. It's Riker into the pits. Apologies. So Riker's put the softs on. Got 19 seconds to Wookie, so he should come out with there. Oh, 1 second to Wookie. He's not made it, so he's just come out just in front of Wookie. Marshall's pitted. This is going to be another. So it's going to go with 16 seconds over the rest of them. No penalties. Pits for a set of softs. Few people pitting here. Not sure why. Go for the fastest lap maybe, but it's lap 35 off 36. Any moves towards the end, everyone's pretty much where they were. Big Captain Hindsight's made it past Housey. He's looking at Gainful for the podium. back at hindsight. Lap 36 off 36 now. Gould has just started. And Housy's made it back past hindsight. That's why I can assess the fastest lap on the soft tyre. Gainful tyres, 18 laps old. He's trying hard to get past him. Gainful just seems to pull away in the corners where you'd expect. He's going to be good. Mediums are 12 laps old out. Nope. We've lost. Who's that? That was Ruben having a bit of a spin. And Gould does take the win, followed by Clay. Followed by Gainful on 19 lap old tyres. Anderson just touches the wall on his way past. Someone's car is upside down. I'm not sure whose that is. The car upside down on the grass verge. I'm not sure who that was. And that was that for Tier 3. So we'll just grab the race results and we'll get Clay, Gould and Gainful into the comms box and have a quick chat with them. So there we are. Riker in fact did set the fastest lap there, 1:11.457, so congratulations to him. Gould on the win, Clay second, Gainful third. Berkey couldn't quite get past him there at the end, and there's your 3 DNFs and 2 lapped cars. Right, let's go and get select players, play together. Ooh. Gould, Clay and Gainful invite sent. Let's hope they can join us and we'll have a chat. Mr. Gainful, congratulations, podium for you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you expect that at the start?
Um, I'm not. I'm not sure. I wanted to qualify a little higher, So I was always going to do the one stop.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed
Um,
that.
yeah, but then I qualified 12th. So I was second guessing it, especially since the first two laps I had to fight a lot. So I gained four
Yeah.
positions, but I meant going through my tires. So I wasn't too sure if I would have made it.
What was your
So
mediums on? Did you box, was it lap
I
15,
boxed
14,
16.
16? What were they on?
Yeah, yeah. They were on 82, I think.
I got to about, but no, I didn't do it on Saturday the other day. Whatever race I last raced in the other week, and I got to 50 and I couldn't handle it. So you've
Yeah.
done well there to get to 82, mate. That's a good going on the tyre. That.
Yeah, so I had to really, really manage. And then on the when they decided to pit, I saw my teammate Clay
Yeah,
gaining on me. So I'm like, okay, well, since they're probably on the two stop, I can just wait till they get behind me.
yeah.
But they were so fast when they pitted their second time, they came out ahead of me. So I was like, damn, maybe I should have pitted earlier. But then their pace, I was like, oh no,
You
I
can't keep
definitely
up.
wouldn't have kept up with them. So I think I did the right thing because it gave me enough tires to defend. I still have enough pace to not be passed out from the guys behind. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
third was the best that I could have done.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good effort. And you did well to hold off the end, the McLaren behind. Was it the McLaren behind you?
Yeah, it was a McLaren. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you did well to hold him up because he was gaining on you, but he had 12 lap old mediums, Berkey boy. So he was pushing you, but then you got an amazing drive out the corners compared to him. Um, so that's where
Yeah,
you were staying ahead of him there.
yeah, it was fun, man. Fun
Yeah,
and
it was
tough.
good, good, it was good. Good to have you on the podium, bud. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank
All
you.
right, thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
Mr. Clay. Is he there?
Yo, before we
Yo.
get into it, the first thing I've got to say is I fucking love listening to Gameful. I love Gameful's voice.
Oh dear.
Thanks, my brother.
I love
Excellent.
hearing him in a podium interview, mate. It's fucking brilliant.
uh,
Clay, stressful?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
massively. Quali more so. I know it's a hard track to overtake, and quali's so important, but that is the best I had. What I did
yeah.
is the best I had. I
It was
couldn't do any
good.
better.
It was good. It wasn't
It
quite
didn't
good enough,
feel good though when I'm
but
looking at it at
yeah,
P6. I'm going,
yeah. But
that's
it was
it, that's
so
it.
close. It was so close to the top.
No, I know. But I weren't looking at the overall at that point. I was
Yeah,
just looking at me, Wab and Wookie, and
yeah,
that was it. That's all I was focused on.
yeah. And your teammate went up there, didn't he?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw him jump up there and
yeah.
thought, you little bastard.
So yeah, what start P5 on the grid? P6,
P6, I
P6.
think. Yeah, I got gold into turn one. And then yeah, I don't know. I think I made another place up, or I got into, I got into fifth, and then I saw Wab had a big issue,
Yeah, I think his
so I
wheel
got up.
disconnected, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know what had gone on. I just saw Wab's car inside at track. I got up to fourth from that, and then the three people ahead all got drive-throughs.
Yeah, that was some sort of glitch, wasn't it? I think. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
we came round when we came round the corner. I slowed down, so my delta was 1.8 seconds, I think, before I started flooring it. They might have pushed it a bit
Yeah,
closer, but
yeah,
you know what the deltas are like on this
yeah.
game, mate.
It's awful, awful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't want to risk anything, so
yeah.
I'll let it go higher rather than lower. I think the second VSC that came out, I kept it around 2 seconds because I
Better
don't
safe.
want to. Don't want to push the risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then you had a little bit of a battle with Gould as well, to and fro.
Yeah. The thing is, I knew he probably had the race pace on me, but
Yeah.
I felt quick at that moment. I was feeling good. So if it was easy enough, I'd get it past him, and then
Yeah.
when he got me back, I thought, "Oh, you little bastard!"
And you had to stay with him, and then later on, you pitted again, and then
Yeah,
you gained, didn't you? Riker was in the middle of you.
I made the second stop, and I thought, right, I'll be honest. I thought the undercut would have helped me, but it didn't.
It didn't. No, it didn't. It made
No,
it
no,
worse.
no. He came out ahead and just pulled away.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'd settled for where I was. Obviously, I Gameful pitted, who was the Hosey and Riker.
Yeah.
And I assumed that both of them were pitting again.
No,
so then
Hosey
Hosey
came,
pitted.
Yeah, but Riker stayed
Hosey
out.
pitted, but Riker stayed out. And then, the CV Gold had, 4.5, 5 seconds on me. And I just saw it coming down and down and down. It was 1 point something. And I thought, here we go. I might have a chance.
Yeah.
I might have a chance. But then Riker, I couldn't get Riker on the straight. He burnt a lot of battery down the straight. Couldn't get him. So I realised how much he was struggling through turn 2 and 3.
Yep.
So I sort of went wide into the hairpin, cut under the inside of him, and just burnt like fuck for get past him. It's risky, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked, and it's done you good. You finished P2 on the podium, so good result.
Yeah, fucking brilliant result, mate.
Congratulations.
Secures that championship.
I was coming to that. Does it? You were enough ahead of Wab?
I needed to beat Wab by 9 points.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, you've definitely done that. So.
And Wookie,
Wookie's P9.
Yeah, I think as long as I beat Wookie, it were done.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Done and dusted.
Yeah. Hard work,
but no, you deserved it. But good job.
I'm sweating. No, I'm retiring.
That's it. Hang your gloves up.
Yeah, I'm doing a Rosberg, me. I'm done.
Excellent. Mr. Gould, congratulations, the winner of the race. Yeah, enjoy that. Yeah. Good points for Red Bull. RB. Red Bull, RB. No, RB. Yeah, RB. It's good to have.
And I did forget a particular point. I just definitely have to raise this. The podium was made a lot easier because of Gould. And the first thing, my pace was a little better, and he actually realized it, and he pulled the side to let me go. So that definitely helped me manage my race a lot better. So let me just put that out there.
Yeah.
This was a team effort.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So, Gould, enjoy the race, sweaty race. It is incredible. To have your tyres at 80%, that's madness. I couldn't control a car at that percent of wear, wouldn't that? No, yeah. So one more race left of the season next week. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Austria. How do you think you'll perform? Yeah, it'll be good. Right, I'm gonna have to shoot off, guys, because I've got stuff to sort.
I might be racing next week with absolutely no pressure, so I can't. I can't confirm what side of me is going to come out next week.
Yeah.
If I wipe you all out, it's not my fault.
Oh dear, excellent, brilliant drive, lads. Thanks for joining me. It's been good. All right, see you in a bit.
Have a good one, boys.
Right, cheers everyone for joining me here on Sunday night for Tier 3. I'll be back next week for the final race of the season in Austria. Join me then for an 8 o'clock kickoff, and I'll see you on the race grid at F2 on Tuesday, where we'll be in Austria. Thanks very much. See you guys soon.